Heads up 20 ups, it's Monday, but it's really late, so this video is gonna have to be really quick. So the pinball thing idea that I talked about last week, most of you pretty much agreed that you liked it, but you weren't sure you could be able to stick with it. But what's funny is that when I first thought of it, I didn't really think of something that could be a long-term project or anything. I just thought, it could be cool to have a couple back and forth, and not necessarily something that could have to go on for a long time. But I really liked Rima's suggestion about sending cards or letters for special occasions like birthdays. I think that's a really cool spin on it, and I think that's what we should do, so that could be very fun. By the way, TJ, thank you for the update on James. It's great to hear that he's alright. And, James, if you're watching, I hope things are okay and life isn't too hard on you right now, because I bet you must be really tired. But, we miss you because we care about you, but nothing happens if you miss a few weeks. Just can't wait to see you again. And yeah, so it's good to know the reason now. It makes me a lot more calm and not so worried or anything anymore, so that's great. And one last thing, although I do have to apologize because this video will be very short. Lucy asked if we saw The Little Mermaid as more of a hoarder or a cultural anthropologist. And I'd have to say I'm leaning towards the later, because I think even though she collected mostly anything from the outside world, she had a reason to have those things, and sometimes she didn't know what they even were, like how she used the fork as a comb when that really wasn't its purpose. But she didn't know, not because she didn't want to know or she wasn't interested to know. Actually, she really wanted to learn about all these things, but she just didn't have a way to find out in a way. So yeah, I don't know, I'm not thinking straight right now because it's so late. But yeah, I'm leaning more towards cultural anthropologist. So I guess that was kind of confusing, but to be honest, I don't really like analyzing Disney movies too much because I feel they somehow lose a bit of their magic. Because I love Disney movies, just watching them like what they're meant to be, kids movies. But when you really think about them and watch them and reflect on what the stories are really about, they're kind of messed up. Most of them, like what you said with The Little Mermaid giving up her voice for a man at 16. Yeah, so I really don't like analyzing, or at least not over-analyzing Disney movies, so maybe that's why my argument was so all over the place. But yeah. And I guess that's all for this week, and I really have to apologize for cutting this so short. I hope next week will be better for me, when it should be, because I'm finally and slowly getting things off my back. Final projects are due around this week. That's why I've been so busy kind of finishing stuff and haven't had time to make a proper video today, because this is kind of an excuse and a placeholder. But yeah, I hope you're all having great days and enjoying life a lot. DFTVA.